Well, hello, Gemini. It is time for your May 2021 reading. Let's go ahead and get started. There are several things down in the description box below if you want to check those out. Also, this is not a one-to-one reading. This is a general reading for the collective of Gemini for May 2021, okay? So take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So let's get started. We're going with the Angel Therapy cards first. All right, as an air sign, what do we have for the collective of Gemini? Indigo. A lot of people got God box this time. All right, so we have an indigo. Now, either you're an indigo or you're dealing with someone who is an indigo, okay? So that might be light worker, starseed. Usually law of attraction, kind of person. Someone who's really spiritually sensitive. Could be you, could be the other person. This could be a friend. It could be a partner, could be a spouse. But that person, whether it's you or the other person, is a natural born leader. Okay. And that person is an indigo. So if you want to know more about that, make sure you do look that up. Excuse me. I feel like you got something going on with your throat chakra. You may want to check that out. Maybe you have something going on with your thyroid. Also, something going on with your breathing, because that doesn't feel like my sniffle. Maybe sinuses, maybe hay fever. I don't know. But if that's you, just pay attention, focus here. Oh, and if you get nervous, focus on service. So basically, you are putting your intention on how can I make the world a better place? Okay. And law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. So if the person that you have in your life who's most important is an indigo and knows about the law of attraction, and maybe you don't, then of course you would want to inquire about that. Make sure you know how to manifest this part. If you're the indigo, then of course you would want to be the one to use your knowledge of the law of attraction in order to help you with your goal of making the world a better place, Gemini. So one thing that you can do is you can create something called a God box. Now, this is not religion specific, okay, but you can make it that way if you would like, or you can just call it, a different kind of box, or you can call it the God box, okay? Doesn't matter. What it is it's a box that basically on pieces of paper in separate parts of the box, maybe you might put things you want to manifest that make you happy and things you want to let go of, worries, concerns, desires, right? That you want to let go of. So you might have two separate boxes, right? But basically this box is kind of, in the faith, of Christianity. They say, give it to God. And this is one way that you could think about it. If you're giving it to the universe, of course, you can think about it, this way, maybe a universal box, anything like that. You can also make it a box about your inner self, because as you see, the throat chakra, I apologize. But there's something going on with either you are unable to express yourself or you're expressing yourself too much. I get that you are not expressing yourself when you want to, Gemini. So I don't know if someone at work is kind of, I'm getting kind of like plowing, like mowing you down kind of thing. That's unfortunate if that's happening, but you need to speak up, okay? Work with Archangel Michael. Make sure that you do that in order to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. Let go of those things, release them, kind of like you release birds, and then accept the new things that are supposed to be coming. And we are going to clarify that. So these are not gender specific or sex specific, but express your divine feminine energy. Every person has feminine and masculine because, as you probably already know, there are no souls with genders. Okay. The soul doesn't come into these human bodies with a gender. Okay. So, that being said, we could be talking about a same sex relationship, whether that's a friendship, partner, parent, could be the same gender. So, embrace your intuition, right? You have intuition. You have the ability to nurture others, making other people feel good, making yourself feel good. But you've already done a lot of work, it feels like, on yourself. So now it's time to take that energy and provide it to the world for the greater good, for your purpose. Well, as it said right here, how can I make the world a better place? So, now I'm kind of realizing that this indigo is probably you, right? Because you're a light worker, an earth angel. Normally, this means that you're an indigo. It can also mean that you're a crystal child, could be a rainbow child, could be from previous two light workers, okay? But you are an earth angel, not gender specific again, but you are here to teach more about love. That's the reason that Geminis get a bad rap, because you guys actually are not wishy-washy like some people think, or bipolar acting. It's really that you express the two sides of yourself better than a lot of other signs. You and Pisces, definitely, Scorpio, definitely express the two sides. Virgo kind of expresses one side a little stronger than the other. But you really embrace expressing that two sides of yourself for the benefit of everyone. So that's really impressive. So we're going to go ahead and go with the fairy tarot cards and see if we can go ahead and get some clarifying cards here for this spread. I do just make up my own spreads. I have used Celtic Cross in the past. I've used past, present, future. I just kind of go with the feeling in the reading of what I'm going to do. It's just a feeling, and the cards just kind of go where they're going to go. So if you see other readings and see, okay, she does a different spread in almost every one, well, that's just what happens. So, all right. It could also be my throat. Could also be the fact that, this COVID era, I guess you could say, pandemic, has me a little off-centered, only because I have an allergy to Lysol and hand sanitizer. And so, yeah, that doesn't react well with my system. So I have to be careful around that stuff. Not so much of COVID, which is interesting, right? But more of the chemicals that they're using to, protect people from the bacteria, So anyway, not going to get into that. Just, but in the beginning, I know it was throat chakra for you, because I've done other signs tonight and everything has pretty much been fine up until that moment. All right. Okay, let's go with the 3, 2. Okay, 2. All right, so we got 6 cards here. Normally I flip them over, but because they came out in 2s, I thought that was really interesting, so I didn't want to do that. So you got the release card again, right? You've got releasing again. That must be something really, really important for you to know, right? And you've got the number 13 here. That's a really important number in a lot of cultures, because that is the number of cycles in women, number of the cycles in the moon. So that is going to be extremely important number for you. It could be a lucky number of some sort. It could be the day of the month that something's going to happen for you that you're going to manifest. So letting go of the past and ending that makes way for new opportunities, time to move on. We just talked about that a moment ago when we talked about the release card. And then having that fulfilling life, right? With family, friends, children, people that you can trust. Did we not have something similar to that? Maybe. Yeah, well, you being a leader, definitely. So, really putting those things together in order to make your life more fulfilling. So, releasing and accepting, right? Releasing the old to accept the new, or this could be kind of the old, right? Because it can be family and friends, but maybe all of you are working together to kind of release all of the old negative thinking patterns, right? And now you're accepting the new positive thinking patterns. Maybe this is something you're doing together. So let's go ahead and go to these two. Oh, you got some more major arcanas. Look at this renewal. You just can't make this up, right, Gemini? You can't make it up. Review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future. Understanding your life purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and others. And then you got the star card. Look into the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. And it's interesting it says this because talking about move mountains, I'm getting, a conversation I've had with people before that if we believed that we could do specific things, we really could. If we knew the power of our mind and we're able to access that, and we can access it, we just have to believe we can, right? We could move mountains. We could walk on water. We could, um, you know, pick up something with our mind and put it over here. And some people think that that's evil and it's magic and whatever. Maybe it is. I don't think it's evil though. I do think that we were given a lot of power, and you've according to what I'm getting, someone here has actually researched what percentage of our brains that we use. Well, it's a very low percentage. I don't know the statistics there, but the interesting part is that we know that that low number is the part of our brain that we use, but do we not think, okay, what if we could use the rest of our brain, right? But most of us are always on technology, or we have like something really close to the brain in the ear. So I'm getting that a lot of you Geminis, like, you can't get out of the noise. And it's not just an inner noise in your head, it's actually noise from like earbuds or headphones or people talking in your ears or things like that. Those things are really close to the brain. Just remember that. So if you want to use the full power of your brain, you've got to take care of the brain, right? So maybe some of you have some memory issues. And if that's the case, then you definitely need to research some natural remedies for that. Of course, I'm not a doctor. So those of you who want to go to the doctor, go ahead and do so. Don't take this as medical advice. Okay, believing in yourself. We just talked about that a moment ago with Aquarius. So Gemini, you've got believe in yourself. And you've got people around you who want to talk to you and help you. And isn't it interesting that you got two spring cards here? You got 4 and the Queen. You got 3 major arcana cards. You got 10. So those are apparently pretty important numbers. You also got 13 here, 20, and 17. Okay. So those are the numbers that you may want to look at. They could be important for you if you see them repeating. So you have a lot to celebrate, right? You've got a lot going on right now in your personal life that is actually absolutely wonderful. That's why your reading is not about love, because your love life is either where you want it to be, or you're focused on self-love. Okay. Or you're not even focused on love at all, or you're focused on the love that you already have and it's wonderful. So you don't have anything to worry about there. That's not for everyone, but that is for a lot of you here. Okay. All right. So let's round it off with the indigo angel cards. And it's funny, I had those move forward and then you got indigo. So yeah, it's real interesting the way the spirit guides tell me to pull cards. So, all right. See what we got, Gemini. What do we have for Gemini? What do we have for Gemini? All right. Okay, what do we have for Gemini? All right, let's go with it. Okay. All right, we've got this one. Looking through the situation. And I know I shuffle backwards from other people, but it's just what's comfortable for me. I'm getting also that you need to be told. Sometimes you have to do what's comfortable for you. Sometimes you have to do what's right for you and not worry so much about what other people desire, because it's all about self-care first. Oh, my goodness. Taking care of yourself first, right? Because there's no way you can take care of anyone else if you are not feeling awesome. Okay. All right. So looking through the situation, you do have a situation. I'm getting that it's more like within yourself. That twofold person we were talking about. It's also how you express yourself, but other people kind of take you wrong. You don't need to worry about that, okay? Because the people who are supposed to receive the message will receive it the way that you convey the message, okay? So look through that situation. Don't worry about it. Move on. There are people in the world who are just going to have a hard time with most anybody. You've got to look past those people and look to the ones who are actually giving you the feedback that actually makes sense with what you are working on, okay? And then ask for a sign. You're not, as an air sign, you're not keen on necessarily asking for help, or for a sign or anything, whether it's from a physical human being or whether it's from the universe, whether it's from nature, whether it's from your higher being, your inner self. You're not real keen on asking for a sign, but go ahead and ask. And I don't know if this is because you don't believe in signs, but they're out there. I think that, from what I'm getting, you have noticed synchronicity in numbers lately. You've noticed synchronicity in letters, in pictures even, where pictures will repeat. I'm getting feathers for some of you. I'm getting bottle caps. Bottle caps, is that somebody? Bottle caps is a thing for somebody out there, that you're just seeing bottle caps in a lot of places. So make sure you look at those signs. Also, that self-care. We were just talking about this. Self-care is so important, taking care of ourselves. And it doesn't just mean take a shower and wash your hair. No, we're talking like real self-care, working with your inner self, meditating, or going and sitting by the water. I say this a lot in some of my readings, or if you're a water sign, in order to get clearing, right? Of course, you're an air sign, but if you're a water sign going to get cleared, you need fire. But if you are wanting to manifest, then water is your best way. Okay. So with air, you need to be outside in nature. Okay. And that's going to help you, with your emotional self-care, your inner self. You can have physical self-care, of course, making sure your hygiene is awesome, but also not even thinking about that part, just making your physical body feel like it's here on this planet, taking care of yourself intellectually, that's really important. So like, if you like to research specific topics, go ahead and do that. Go down a rabbit hole, for an hour or two and see where you get. So self-care is really important. All right, Gemini. So that's what I have for you for May 2021. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and we will see you for the next one. All right. Bye-bye.